put my dress on this morning, I thought, I sure hope people don't leave in the middle and go get some fried chicken. Because it kind of reminds me of a tablecloth of a Sunday dinner on the grounds, and there was always a lot of fried chicken. And I love fried chicken, so kind of made me hungry. But what I wanted to talk about this morning, honestly, if we had done this whole series on words and I had not done this passage, I don't think Philly would have let me live it down. Because, this is one that we have kind of laughed about a lot through the years. And it's kind of in multiple iterations, so to speak, through Proverbs. But in 21:9, it says it this way. It said, "It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife." Okay, yeah. It's also repeated that same exact way in chapter 25, verse 24. But then in 27, verse 15, it says it this way: "A continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike." Now, it's important to remember that, first of all, Solomon had a lot of wives. In fact, it was all those wives that he had that the Lord didn't want him to have that kind of led to his downfall, if you will. So he had an exceptionally large number of wives, and he also had a really big house. So for him to say he'd rather live in a corner of his house than with a house shared with a quarrelsome woman, that's kind of saying a lot, because he had a much bigger house than you and I have. And yet, this is really true. And it falls on both feet. I mean, this is for the woman or this is for the man. And this is not gender specific. Solomon was writing it. And granted, women have a lot more words than men. So it probably would be more true for women than, more accurate to say that women talk more than men. But I think this is true for anyone. Anybody that has lived with someone that wants to perpetually have verbal sparring would rather find the tiniest corner on their roof with quiet than be in the presence of a constant dripping. Do you know one of the ways that they've actually tortured people in the past is to perpetually drip water on them, where they're bound and tied up and they can't get away from it? And Solomon compares that to a quarrelsome wife. You know, we've got enough things to have to deal with in this life that are hard, that are painful. It shouldn't be that inside of the marriage relationship that it would have to be that way with a husband and a wife. It should be the safest possible place to be. It should be where words of life are found, where we believe the best in each other and bring out the best in each other, where we're not perpetually nagging. Now, I got this question recently with my discipleship group, precious young women, young wives, and one of them said, but what if you ask and then they don't do anything, and then you feel like you have to ask again? And I said, what if you asked it this way? What if you said, I've asked you this before, I don't want to nag you, but it isn't getting done, so what is the best way to ask you? What is the best way for it to get done? Because then you're operating as a team and you're not just coming at them with your accusation and argument and nagging and being quarrelsome, but you're coming at them with genuine curiosity. When there's something that I've asked Philly to do multiple times maybe, and I don't ever want to be a nag, like we've had this conversation a lot, and it doesn't get done, it makes me genuinely curious why. And it makes me genuinely curious if there's a different way that I can ask. So, no one wants to be married to a quarrelsome partner, male or female. I'd rather be in the corner of a house than in that kind of situation. But I also don't want to be that kind of person. And so it really makes me pause on this Monday morning and ask myself, what kind of partner am I? When young people come to me and ask me what should they look for in a spouse, the number one thing is a person that has a relationship with the Lord. That's a given. But the word that I use is partner, and that's a partner in every way. That's a partner that serves Jesus with you. That's a partner that partners in life with you and raising children with you and home situations with you and challenges with you and disappointments with you. You have a partner. And you don't want to be the person who causes anyone to want to live in the corner of a house on a roof or be compared to a constant dripping. Yeah. Let's not be that, okay? And now let's go find some fried chicken. Have a wonderful Monday.